Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer from English with Jennifer. I've been trying to make healthier choices, so I'm eating fewer sweets. We're not supposed to eat a lot of sugar, right? But we just had a holiday weekend and I decided to make a special dessert. I found a can of pumpkin in my pantry, so I decided to make pumpkin squares. I found a recipe, and since this was a last-minute decision, I had to use what I had in the house. I was supposed to use 16 ounces of canned pumpkin, but the can only had 15 ounces. I decided to add in some applesauce to make up for the difference. And guess what? The pumpkin squares turned out just fine. In fact, they're super moist, and I really like them. What do I mean when I say we're not supposed to eat a lot of sugar? We can't eat it. We shouldn't eat it. We might eat it. Be supposed to is closest in meaning to should. When I say we're not supposed to eat a lot of sugar, I'm saying we shouldn't eat a lot of sugar. Should is a modal verb. Be supposed to is what some call a modal-like verb or semi-modal. The modal verb should doesn't change form to agree in number with the subject or reflect tense, meaning time. But be supposed to starts with be. We can use am, are, is, was, and were to agree with the subject and show tense. We're not supposed to eat a lot of sugar means in general we shouldn't do this. It's true now and all the time. I was supposed to add more pumpkin means I should have done this, but for some reason I didn't. In fact, I couldn't. And this happened in the past. Let's study be supposed to more carefully. As your teacher, I'm not supposed to end the lesson until I give you a good explanation and some useful practice. Be supposed to is followed by the base verb. Be changes form, but the rest of the verb doesn't. We can use be supposed to for expectations that are not met. Ben is supposed to be here. Where is he? And note my pronunciation. To reduces. It sounds more like t. Supposed to. Stress is on supposed and then the base verb. Supposed to be. Supposed to be. The D links with the T. You'll only hear the T very clearly. Supposed to. Supposed to be. Ben is supposed to be here. Where is he? We use be supposed to for expectations according to a schedule or a procedure. Remember how I was supposed to add more pumpkin? Following a recipe is a procedure, and I kind of missed a step. Here's another example. I'm going to the theater this weekend with my children, and the show is supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but based on my experience, I think it will start later. These shows never start on time. Note how my examples can be for the past or the future. We can use a simple present verb for a scheduled event in the future. The show is supposed to start at 8. We can use be supposed to for intentions that are not carried out. I was supposed to do my morning stretches, but I was in a rush, so I didn't.
Let me offer a few more examples. Darren was supposed to meet us at the bus stop, but he didn't show up on time. This past expectation was not met. You can't leave now. You're supposed to wait until the class ends. This is a present obligation. I was supposed to send off my application today, but it's not ready. I need another day. This could be seen as a past intention or possibly a past obligation.
Question: is there something you were supposed to do recently but didn't? Write your example in the comments. We can make be supposed to negative with not, and we do this for actions that are not allowed or that are not generally acceptable. You're not supposed to ask a woman about her age. You weren't supposed to start the test until the teacher said it was time. Why didn't you wait? We can use be supposed to for commonly held beliefs that may not prove to be true. For example, many people say that dogs are supposed to love water, but for some reason our dog doesn't. She has no interest in swimming. At a live class last month, I talked with Patreon members about Bigfoot. Have you heard about this creature? We also call it Sasquatch. It's a creature that may or may not exist. Over the years, people have said they saw him or her, but there's no real evidence that Bigfoot really exists. Bigfoot is supposed to be big and hairy. It walks on 2 feet and it could be part human, part ape. Bigfoot is supposed to live all alone in the forest or up in the mountains somewhere in North America. In other words, people say that Bigfoot is big and hairy. It is believed or thought that Bigfoot lives all alone. Let's consider other mythical creatures. What do you know about the abominable snowman? Have you heard about the Kraken, that legendary sea monster that looks like a giant squid? Or tell me what you know about dragons. Use be supposed to. These are examples of commonly held beliefs that may or may not prove to be true. Let's see how well you understand the modal-like verb be supposed to. Take a 3-question quiz.
1. You're supposed to wait your turn in line. Which sentence is closest in meaning? A. You must wait your turn in line. B. You may wait your turn in line. C. You should wait your turn in line. Answer C. 2. What are you supposed to do if you're in a hotel and the fire alarm goes off? A. Hide. B. Exit the building. C. Call for room service. The correct procedure is B. 3. Wasn't Ashley supposed to pack a lunch? What does this likely mean? A. She packed a lunch. B. She didn't pack a lunch. C. She's not hungry. Most likely B. She was supposed to, but she didn't.
Final question. Is there anything you should do today but you may not have time for? Tell me what you're supposed to do in the comments.
Here's a bonus challenge. I was supposed to be working on my essay, but I got distracted. Is this about the present or past? past, right? Do you see the base verb? There. And what follows the base verb? A present participle. This structure can have a progressive form, supposed to be doing something. So when I say I was supposed to be working on my essay, I'm saying that something should have been in progress. The action should have been happening, but I got distracted. We can shift this to the present and say, I'm supposed to be working on my essay right now, but I can't focus. If you want, write your own example of a progressive form and put it in the comments.
That's all for now. Please like and share the video if you found the lesson useful, and sign up as a YouTube member if you'd like to go beyond my video lessons and support my channel. As always, thanks for watching and happy studies.
Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Why not join me on Patreon? And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube.